Welcome, fellas, to the Captain Saver Bro Show, episode 62. How to be a winner. That's right. I'm going to teach you how to win. You want to win at life. You want to win in dating. You want to win on your job. You want to win in your business. I'm going to teach you how to do that. I'm going to teach you what it takes to be a winner. I know I didn't have nobody teach me. I had to find out the hard way. So I know a lot of you guys are looking forward to that, and we're going to get into it. But first, guys, this episode is brought to you by the Players Club. The Players Club is my private, exclusive men's community. I've made a change to the Players Club, a change for the better. We used to meet twice a month. Now we meet 4 times a month. So you get 4 meetings with me. So that makes the price even way worth it, way more worth it than it was. You get to meet with me 4 times a month. We also do, you can have direct access to me. So if whenever you have a problem, you can message me directly. You can ask your questions in the group chat. We have the app has a chat feature where it's I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like a chat feature. You could chat and people chat with you. It's like a live chat. Then we also have a forum type of thing. So you can make posts and make forum posts and stuff like that. And people can comment on it. So it's a tight group, man. You get to network with guys, players such as yourself. So join that. You want to join me and join us there. Step your game up, network with like-minded individuals, get some game, chill, hang out. Go to theplayersclub.vip, club.vip, theplayersclub.vip. Go there, sign up, and I got you. Also, I've opened my coaching books back up, my one-on-one personal coaching. Oh, not to mention in the Players Club, you get discounts. You get discounts on courses, and you get discounts one-on-one. Discounts on one-on-one personalized coaching. You get a discount if you're in the Players Club. But I've opened my coaching books back up. So you can go to kingdreism.com if you need a coaching session. You need a one-on-one session with me. I'm skilled and a master at everything from playing the field, dating, being a player, being a fuckboy, being a family man, long-term relationship maintenance, making women fall in love, seducing, every aspect of the game, getting over heartbreak, getting over breakups, the whole 9. I've been playing this game my whole life. So, I'm the sensei now. So if you need coaching, any area of life, just life in general, getting your bread up, finding your purpose, developing your characteristics, developing your style, whatever you need, I got you. Go to kingdreism.com and book me for a one-on-one. Also, this Wednesday, I'm having a coaching session. This Wednesday, I'm having, not a coaching session. What am I talking about? This Wednesday, I'm having a free live event. This Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you meet me there. Beat me there. I'm going to give you 3 secrets to make a woman fall in love with you. That love that you guys want, that desire, that burning desire, that respect, that her putting you on a pedestal. I'm going to teach you how to get that. When you implement what I teach you, you can turn your situation around immediately. You will see immediate results. I can guarantee you that. You understand? So come through, pull up, click the link that's in the chat or the description or the bio, wherever you're watching this at, there will be a link that takes you there. Sign up. It's free. The only thing you have to do, or the only thing that you have to pay, is pay attention. So I want to see everybody there. Come get this good game. That is going on this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't click the link, go to loverespecthonor.com and I will see you there. But yeah, guys, I'm back real quick. I came back, started the new year, started off strong, uploaded the episode, got things rolling, and your boy caught the flu. So, and as you get older, the flu get a little bit more aggressive. So I was out for a little bit. I was out for about 2 weeks. So we missed 2 episodes. After that first one for the New Year's, we missed 2 episodes. But I'm doing better. Back, stomach still messed up, but we here. I want to bring you this good guy. I want to bring you this good game, stomach aching all. So it's just a little, now it's still residual, when a virus hits you and it leave a little stain and it take your body a while to clear out, lingering cough or whatever. So I'm still dealing with that, but we here and we're going to spit this game. King Dress back. Welcome to 2024. I got a lot of good stuff in store for you guys. A lot of good game in store for you guys. We elevating. My game is elevating. The game never stops. The game is continuously evolving, and I'm evolving with the game, and you need to be evolving with the game too. So I'm gonna keep bringing you this shit live from the field. But yeah, guys, I'm back. Let's get straight into this game though. Pull up a chair, get out your notepads, pull out your notepad on your phone. Get your girl out the way, sit down, put your weed down. I don't want you to listen to this while you high and drunk. I want you to listen to this with a clear, sober mind. Put your weed down, put the motherfucking liquor down, and chill out, ride out. Let's get it. How to be a winner. How to be a winner, man. I said in 2024, man, I'm going to come with the, I'm going to come with it, and I'm going to teach you guys more. I'm going to teach you guys the game, but I'm also going to teach you things that I've learned, like the building blocks, the foundation of character and shit like that. Because I teach you guys the game, how to spot this in women, how to spot that in women, how to do this, how to do that. As far as the game go, I'm going to continue to do that. I'm going to always do that. But I also want to add another element, which is like character development, because that's your foundation. What I've come to realize, you always knew it, but I'm seeing it more now when you coaching and dealing with, hundreds and if not thousands of guys coaching them. What I'm learning is I can give you the game all day. You can watch a million videos, but if your foundation ain't right, your game gonna be whack. It's a young guy that's in my coaching group, and a lot of you guys know him. I'm not gonna say his name. I don't know if you want me to say his name. You join the Players Club, you'll see who I'm talking about because we meet every week. He come. I just went off on him for like 45 minutes straight. I gave him the business, a lot of tough love. But, he's 25 years old, and he's still like a man child. Just childish, just boyish, don't have his shit together, nowhere near close to even beginning to have his shit together. But he's trying to like, he don't understand, or he wants to get women. He wants to be good with women, but the game is not clicking for him. You understand? He's doing everything. He's getting the dates. He can't get laid. He's not laid. He getting the dates. He talking to the chicks, but he getting ghosted. Date not going good. He's like, oh, I'm doing this and I'm saying this. But what I realized with this cat a few months ago was, he don't have a foundation. Like the more I talked to him, I realized like he's a boy still, and women see this in him. He's a grown boy, and the older you get, that shit ain't gonna fly. So you can be 18 and be immature, but once you start to get 23, 24, 25, women expect you to be mature. Women expect you to be at least, not like a man child, especially today, and women can see that real good. But as I started to figure that out about him, I started to give him things to, start to give him foundational building game, like building his manhood, right? Being a man, because on the call where I just went off on him, he was like, oh, I just want to be a player, man. I just want to be good with the ladies. And I went off like 45-minute rant on that coaching call. For those that was there, they know. I'm like, bro, you got to be a fucking man first before you do anything, And so, I before this call, I was, telling him things to do that he can develop his manhood. Get your manhood together so you can start winning, because that's, you got to be the man. If you want women, if you want to be the player, you have to be presentable. Meaning you have to be what women like. I can give you fly lines and game and all that shit, but it ain't going to work if women don't like who you are. It's just not going to work. So you have to build that. So I was giving him shit, right? I would say about a month ago, we was on a call, right? And it pissed me off real bad. We was on a call, and probably a month and a half ago, and he brought his dating app messages and his text threads, and I sat there with him, right? I sat there with him, and everybody else. It was a group full of guys. We sat there, and we went over the text threads and what to say here, how not to say this. That's the benefit of the Players Club, by the way. How not to say this, how not to say this, what to say right here. If she say this, do this. You just basically analyzing and giving him the game, right? Do you know this motherfucker came back the next week and was asking me the same questions with the answer that I provided? And so I'm like, bro, you immature as fuck. Like, you don't even realize how much, like, your mama titty in your mouth so much, bro. You still live with his mom. Your mama titty so much in your mouth, like you have no amount of manhood in you. You don't even realize how insulting that is for me to take my time to help you out all fucking night, right? In particular, we sat on this call. We sat on this call damn near all night doing this shit. Shit took a lot of time, right? And other people sat on the call. I'm spending my time with him, and there's other people wanting their questions answered and shit like that. We get to everybody, but I spent so much time on him. So the next week, he's asking me shit that I told him the week before. I'm like, hold on, bro. It's like loser shit, right? It's like loser shit. This is what made me want to do this episode too. It's like loser shit. Like he's like, oh, well, it's like a loser mentality and a kid's mentality, right? He's like, oh, I need help doing this, and what do I say here and what do I say here? And so I snap. I'm like, bruh, I'm not talking about last night when I snapped or the other night. This most recent one. That was last night. I'm not talking about that. I snapped on him like a month ago. So he come back the next coaching call, and he like, hey, he asking me questions to things that I've told him. You know, how do I do this? How do I do this? And so I snap. I'm like, bruh, I sat on this motherfucker all night trying to fucking help you, right? Trying to help you, and you wasn't even listening. You wasn't even listening. You ain't take notes or nothing. But he didn't realize how insulting that is to somebody. For somebody to take their time out and you just shit on it. Not paying attention, just like kid, boyish shit, titty in the mouth shit. And if you're a grown man, that makes you a loser. So I just wanted to, you know, and with that, I started thinking about all type of other shit, looking at guys that I coach, looking around me, looking at my following. And it's just, I realized it's just a lot of losers. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but the guys are not having it their way. They're not having the game their way. They're not having life their way. And so I want to teach people how to do that, how to man up, how to develop yourself, and how to, you know, win. And so this year I'm gonna bring you guys more of that type of content mixed with the game. The game gonna be first though. And I'm talking about like, you know, not first, but the game gonna be in there. Dealing with women is gonna be in there because that's what I do. But you know, I'm gonna teach you more. So also throw in like I said, the character development aspect as well, because that's something that I didn't have, and I had to learn all this shit the hard way on my own, or I got through in the fire. And I had to, you know, again, learn the hard way or you know, learn shit in prison and shit like that. I didn't have, you know, my mom taught me a lot, but she can only teach me so much. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what this is about, man. That's what this episode is for. Sit back and, again, chill, right? I was never, my life, I went through a lot of hardship, man. I went through a lot of fucking, a lot of pain. I went through a lot of struggling, like in my life. Cause I left my mom's house, man. I was like 17, came back, moved back from Miami, lived with my mom for like, I don't know, two months. I don't know how long I lived with my mom, but it wasn't long, right? It wasn't long. I just couldn't live with my mom. My mom is like, my mom wants you to be productive. If it's Saturday morning and you fucking sleeping, she wants you to get up and be doing some shit, right? And then, you know, rest in peace, my stepdad. She was married to my stepdad. He owned it like that too. And you know, I'm a grown man. I think I'm grown. I don't want all these rules and, you know, I can't go out and come in at 3:00 in the morning and shit. So I'm like, I gotta get up out of here. This ain't my vibe. I gotta get up out of here. And I just didn't want to be at my mama's house, as in my mind, as a grown man. So you know, I wasn't even 19 or 20 or so. I was young. I was that young, right? So I went to Miami, moved to Miami when I was 17, came back when I was like, I don't know, 18 and a half, almost 19, whatever. Moved back. I don't remember, it was so long ago, but I moved back, stayed with my mom for a couple months, and I got up out of there. But I wasn't equipped. I have the jewels that my mom gave me and the things that my mom taught me, but I wasn't really equipped for manhood. I wasn't equipped for that shit, and I struggled my whole life. And in some areas, I still struggle. You know, I just wasn't equipped for it, and I bumped my head a lot. A lot of unnecessary struggle, a lot of unnecessary strife, a lot of energy. I don't want to say wasted, but a lot of bullshit in my life. And I don't want you guys to go through that. And so this is why we here. You know, I don't want to say I took losses, because everything happens for a reason. And I believe that life happens for you and not to you. I believe everything is for the greater good. Now, life can happen to you if you don't recognize that life happens for you. So if something happens and you don't take that and learn from it and use it to grow and propel, then life happens to you. It'll beat you down. But I believe life is designed to happen for you and not to you. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not sitting here complaining about nothing I went to, because it all makes sense now. It makes perfect sense now, because here I am able to share and help countless guys out, save lives doing what I do. So, thank God that I have this platform, and thank God that I went through what I went through, because it's a source of happiness now. It's a source of confidence. It's my purpose now. You understand what I'm saying? So everything happened for a reason. But, I just was never taught. And so I want to give to the world in that way. Now, I want you guys to understand something, that winning is subjective, right? Winning is subjective, and whatever winning is to you, that's a win. So a win for one guy may be like, I want to stack up 100,000. A win for another guy, my guy may be, I want $100 million, or, guy maybe I want a family, or I want a nice car, or I want to be healthy, or I want children, I want a beautiful woman. Whatever the case may be, I want a promotion at my job. Whatever the case may be, it's subjective. But the things that I'm going to give you, these keys and these gems that I'm going to give you today, is going to help you. It's applicable into whatever you want to do, however you want to win, it's applicable. You understand what I'm saying? In every area. That's the thing about the game, man. You can apply it anywhere. So first things first, let's get into the first one. And this is very, 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 very important. The first things first, and this is everybody. This is for everybody, right? Have your face card clean. Have your face card clean. Now, having your face card clean, this is what we used to say in the street, having your face clean, basically meaning having good credit. Being a trustworthy person. When people see you, they want to do business with you. They want to deal with you. Your name not dirty. You understand what I'm saying? It's like in the streets, right? We say your face card clean. If your face card not clean, you known for robbing, or you known for stealing, or you known for getting a package from dudes and not paying them and shit. Then if it's like that, then your face card dirty, or you a snitch or something like that. The point is, you want to have your face clean in the world, whether you're in the streets, whether you at work, whether you got your own business, whether you in a relationship. You want to keep your face card clean, or as we used to say in Florida, my face gator. You know what I'm saying? Keep your face card gator. You want to keep your face card clean. Make sure you stay clean. Make sure your credit good. Not just your credit like life credit, but you want to make sure your credit, your character is good. And when people see you, they see you have integrity, and they want to do business, and they want to fuck with you. That's the essence of a player anyway. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the guy that I was talking about, he dirty in his face with me, because I'm getting tired of his shit, and I'm about to kick him out if he don't get his shit together. I don't give a fuck how much he pay me, how much he pay for that group. And the group is not that expensive. It's not expensive at all, really. And if you apply this to your life, what I'm going to teach you, you'll be able to pay for it. But he dirty in his face with me, because he full of fucking excuses. Every time I tell him to do something, just last night, he came back. I told him what to do, because I when I had that first rant with him, I told him, you got to be a fucking man. And I gave him the steps to start to developing himself. So here it is a month later, and everything that I told him how to start developing himself as a man, get his independence, and like actionable steps, not like mindset shit and mindset hats and shit, but things that you can go out and do to develop your character, develop yourself, develop your identity. Like you can actually go out and do this, and you ain't got time, you ain't got nothing but time. You live at your mama's house and you ain't got kids. But so here it is a month later, last night, and he's asking me, oh, well, what this motherfucker say, man? Oh, well, you told me that I got to learn how to do this and learn how to do that, but you never told me how. And so I'm like, motherfucker, like I snapped. Like, what the fuck you mean? I didn't tell you how. So then he started making excuses. So that went into another hour rant. I basically went off on him, and I told him, I'm getting tired of your shit. Like, I'm getting tired of your shit. You about to be up out of here. I'm about to wipe my hand clean from you, because you in the way. You getting in the way of helping other people. because I'm sitting here wasting my fucking time with you, and it's 10 people got their fucking hand raised, ready to get hurt and ready to fucking actually change their life and not just be up here wasting my fucking time. So you need to get your shit together, bro, or you finna be gone. You know, I even told him, like, I'm starting to question myself. Like, you don't want to make me question myself as a fucking leader, because the one of the main keys to leadership is making sure you lead the right people. Not leading a horse to water that don't want to drink. And so you starting to make me feel like that. And when I start feeling like that, I'm a self-accountable person. I do something about it, so I don't feel like that. So you walking on thin ice with me, brother. And I told him that last night. But his face, he dirty in his face with me. If I ever wanted to do business, let's say if he came to me and was like, hey man, I got this business idea, you know, and let's say if I was looking to invest my money, I wouldn't invest my money with him. He dirty in his face not clean. You understand what I'm saying? Just like in the streets, you get a plug and he front you some shit, right? He front you some work. You know, you may buy 2 birds and he front you 2 birds, or you might buy 10 pounds and he front you 20 pounds on top of that. Now you owe him for it. When you don't pay him back, your face dirty. And then your name get out there. Oh, this nigga don't, if he don't smoke you, he don't pay niggas back. So now it's going to be hard for you to come up. And it's gonna be hard for you to do business with people. People ain't gonna fuck with you because you burn people. Your face dirty. You see what I'm saying? When I was in the streets, I learned that very early. Like, you got to keep your face clean if you want to survive. You know, if you want to eat and you want to have opportunities. You see, when I was young, let me say this, man. I'm trying to figure out how to say this, because I don't like to poke the bear. And the bear is, you know, the United States government, law enforcement, and shit. This was 15, 16 years ago, but still. But, you know, when I was young, I was 20 years old, I came up on me I had me a nice little, how do I call it? We get a word for it. I had me a nice little plug, man, when I was 20. It wasn't like I wasn't rich or no shit like that, but it was, to be my age and to have something like that, man, that was crazy. You see what I'm saying? But, you know, I learned that, you know, he started putting it on me. And so I have to, like, I got to pay this nigga back. So I learned then to, like, keep my face clean, right? Just doing business. And he was always willing to you know, he was always willing to look out for me. If I ever fell on hard times, I remember I went to jail one time, got out, lost everything. When I got out, bro had me cell phones, had me another, this all type of shit. He had me ready, gave me some bread, and he put me back in the game. You see what I'm saying? Because my face card was clean. My face was clean with him. My hands was clean with him. He knew. And I dealt with bruh for a long time. Like, when he elevated, I elevated. So, you know, shit got rough. I, you know, fell on hard times and shit like that. But yeah, I was always, you know, and I fucked up before too. Like, it was one time I met this dude. I know I'm giving way too much information, but it is what it is. I met this dude one time, and I didn't know any better. You know, this could have been a good potential for me, but I didn't know any better because I was young. And I think I told him, I almost said brother's name too. I think I told him, you know, I need this, I need X amount or whatever. I need X amount. I needed, you know, meet me ASAP, da. But when I got there, and I got there late, number one. I got there late as fuck. And then when I got there, I didn't get all of it. You see what I'm saying? I didn't get all of it because I didn't like it. And so he cut me off. He stopped answering the phone for me. And I learned, like, damn, I can't be doing that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I understood why. At first, I'm like, damn, why bro doing me like that? But then I realized, like, I just wasted this man's time. You see what I'm saying? I got him risking his life, bringing all this shit, and then I ain't, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I might cut this part out. This shit crazy, but this was over 15 years ago, and I've since, you know, paid for all this stuff. I've paid my debts to society, but yeah, I learned, man, you got to keep your face clean. You know, that was I mean, I know you got to keep your face clean, but it's not just about paying people back. It's about keeping your word. It's about showing up on time. It's about if somebody giving you the opportunity and taking the time to give you the opportunity, taking the opportunity. If somebody giving you time to give you some game, actually listen and go apply the game. You understand what I'm saying? Not having people waste their time, not people having, not doing dumb shit, having integrity. That's all keeping your face clean. That's very important in the world. That's very important. That's the first rule of winning, to keep your fucking face clean, because you are going to need people. I don't give a fuck who you are. You gonna need people, whether it's a copywriter, whether I'm talking about the business world, whether it's lawyers, whether it's, let's say you do it by yourself. Let's just say you do it by yourself and you don't have a team around you. You still got clients and you still got people you trying to market to and sell to, and you're going to have to keep your face clean with them. You see what I'm saying? Whenever I do a one-on-one consultation, bro, this is real talk. Whenever I do a one-on-one consultation and I have to cancel because something come up or I'm late, let's say if they book 30 minutes, I give them an hour and a half. Let's say if they book an hour, I give them 2 hours. You see what I'm saying? I make up for inconveniencing people, because when you inconvenience people and you don't compensate them, you dirty your face. You see what I'm saying? So whenever I inconvenience somebody in my business, I make sure that I make up for it 10 times. You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, even if you got a business and you don't want to work with nobody else, but you still got clients, you got to keep your face clean with them, or you ain't going to make no fucking money. This is the first rule of getting somewhere and winning, is having your face card clean, having your face clean. You understand what I'm saying? Now, another element to this is pay your bills on time. I know you're like, where you come from with that? That was random. It's not random. Pay your fucking bills on time. Pay off your fucking credit cards. You owe them people. Pay it. Don't be trying to duck your student loans and trying to fucking remove shit from collections and get it deleted and all that fuck shit. That's bullshit. People lent you money. Pay them fucking people. That's wrong. That's putting bullshit in the game. You planting dirty seeds, and dirty fruit is gonna sprout from that. You doing somebody wrong. You taking out of somebody's mouth. Yes, it's a corporation, or yes, it may be fucking Best Buy and they got whatever the case may be, and so they may not miss your $5,000, right? Yes, but it's the principle. You see what I'm saying? Somebody loaned you something and you need to pay it back. Like me, I don't do, like when I went to fix my credit, and I used this principle when I went to fix my credit. Because long time ago, I tried to do the fix my credit shit, and I fucking, I got all the shit deleted and all that shit. And then when I fucking needed it and I'm getting ready to do some shit and I needed that shit, all that shit popped back up. It's crazy. Like in the same, everything that I got deleted years later had popped back up from another collections agency. You see what I'm saying? It's just like bullshit like that. And so this time around, as far as like, I don't know, a few years ago when I decided like I'm finna really get my finances in order. And I said, I'm finna do my credit and I'm finna do it right. I had credit cards and shit, but I'm like, I'm finna really build my shit. I had shit in collections and shit. Because I never used to like, I paid my bills, but I used to like be bullshit. Like I used to be bullshitting, right? But I was like, you know what? I'm just finna pay all this shit. I'm finna just go in I know it's gonna hurt, it's gonna sting, these little racks and all that, these grands, and I'm just gonna pay it. I'm finna call all these motherfuckers and I'm finna see if I could just settle. And I could make them send me a pay to delete letter. You see what I'm saying? Or give me confirmation that they'll pay to delete. And I just fucking paid everybody. Just paid everybody. Credit score shot up, boom. You understand what I'm saying? I used to like, like even with my bills, like I ain't never had to get put out. I ain't never had to like get evicted. I've never been evicted and none of that shit like that. But like with my bills, I used to just like bullshit. Like I wait until the final notice and shit like that. Even if I had the money, like I wait till the final notice. I fucking and just pay the shit late and just fucking I pay the late fee, just like shit like that. I never wanted to pay people their motherfucking money. No cell phones. I wait until like my damn cell phone damn near cut off and go pay that bitch. Wait to the electric company send me a final notice like we cutting this bitch off on this day. Then on that day I pay it. Like this dumb shit. And a lot of people do that. But I made a decision. I said, you know what? I'm not going to be able to come up financially until I stop doing this. And I stop doing people like that. Whether it's a company or anything, pay people on time. Pay your bills on time. So I consolidated all my bills. I called everybody, said I want my shit to be on the first of the month. And I started I just made it to habit to people say pay yourself first. I was like, fuck that. I'm finna just pay all my bills first. And so I just started paying all my bills on time, fixing my credit card, paying off the credit card, all that shit. And in a matter of months, my financial situation it was crazy how much better my financial situation was when I just started doing that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I know to keep your face clean, but you think about, like, in my mind, keep your face clean just like in the streets and shit. But I'm not looking at it in the real world at the time. Like, you keep your face clean in the real world too. When I started doing that, and paying my shit on time, being diligent, paying my shit on time, everything. As soon as it's due, pay it. Boom, everything on the first, pay it. Even if I paid it, I ain't had nothing left. Right? To me, right? I believe in God. God said he's responsible now. Now I'm finna start blessing him. Right? So if you don't believe in God, if you believe in the universe or karma or whatever you want to believe, when you plant good seeds, you bear good fruit. When you do right by nature, nature gonna do right by you. When you do right by the world gonna do right by you. To me, God said, okay, he's ready now. And my financial situation started to change for the better almost immediately. Within a few months, my financial situation started to change. I started getting like crazy limit credit cards. Like, I'm like, well, I fill out a credit card. I'm not gonna say the limits, but I was like, what the fuck? Go for the Amex. Get the fucking Amex. I was like, God damn, no limit. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, get this credit card. I'm like, God damn, this is crazy. And I never used to, like, I was like, fuck credit, but when I started really, really maturing, I'm like, you need that shit. You really need it. But I mean, you don't need to be in consumer debt, but but the point is to pay your fucking bills on time. You see what I'm saying? Pay your bills on time. Everybody right now, practice paying your bills on time. Before you get high, before you go pay the motherfucking weed man, pay your bills on time, and also pay the people you owe. And you should stop borrowing money from people too. Don't borrow money from people unless you absolutely need to. And when you do borrow money from people, pay them back and put a little extra on top for the inconvenience. Because a lot of the times when people loan you their money, they don't really have it to give you. So let's say somebody loaned you $100. Give them $125 back. I'm telling you, shit like that go a long way. Pay the people that you owe and put a little interest on top of it. And watch how clean your face be with people. When you need somebody, they're gonna always be there for you because you look out for them and you compensate them for them inconveniencing you. Like I say, if I show up late on a consultation because something happened or I had to cancel and reschedule, I give a person whatever they booked me for. I give them a extra of what they booked me for. So if they booked me for an hour, I sit on the phone with 2 hours, and on a call with them for 2 hours. And I'm the type of person I always go over anyway. So we be on the phone or on the Zoom for 2-3 hours, and he only paid for 1 hour. You see what I'm saying? But I like to overcompensate people for inconveniencing them. And when you borrow money from people, you inconvenience them. So when you borrow money from people, pay them back and try not to borrow money from people, because if you owe people, you're going to always be broke. You understand what I'm saying? Another thing as far as like having your face clean is to under-promise, right? Under-promise but over-deliver, right? Don't make promises that you can't keep. Don't make promises. Don't make guarantees to people and shit. Just over deliver. Just deliver and deliver very well. And people gonna take note to that, and people gonna fuck with you, and people gonna want you around them. You know what I'm saying? Because you become an asset to people. A lot of people over promise, but then they under deliver. So I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And typically when something is hyped up, the final product never lives up to the hype. Never. And so you disappoint people. That's a gem. Remember that. It's just how our brains work and how we work. When something is hype, when you hype something up, when you overpromise something, when you promise and you hyping it up, like, man, I can get you this, and that. I'm telling you, bro, and then when you finally come through, whatever it was, even if it's like the perfect product or everything is perfect, it never lives up to the hype, and then you disappoint people. So never overpromise and underdeliver. You always want to underpromise over deliver, and I can promise you have a clean face. Next one, keep your credit profile good. As far as like your credit cards and loans and all that shit, keep that shit good. Don't go into consumer debt. I may talk about that another day. I fucking learned that the hard way. And I used to listen to people, but I knew better, but I'm just like, I'm making so much money, and I'm like, well, shit, fuck it. I just, I pay that, not really pay that shit when I can, but it's like, oh, I pay the minimum this month and all that shit, and not really realizing how that motherfucking interest work, not really paying attention to how that shit work. That shit'll eat you alive. Keep your credit profile good. Pay your shit on time. Put your shit on auto pay. All my shit is on auto pay. And the good thing about credit card companies, if you're a brokey, which you shouldn't be buying things on a credit card if you broke. But the good thing about credit cards is when you put on auto pay. Let's say if you got $50 in your account and the payment $100, it's gonna take the whole $100, and you're gonna be negative. You can make it back up, but at least they're gonna get their money on time. When you get late, when you motherfucking are late on your credit card payment, they're gonna ding the credit profile, and it's instantly gonna show up. So make sure your shit on time. Make sure you paying your shit off. Make sure you don't go into collections, because you are going to need that. I was the arrogant person that got into the square world thinking it's the street shit with all this cash. Everything before I used to just buy cash and shit. Or if I needed to, I would put it in my name, but I would just buy everything cash. Cars and everything, let's go cash out, cash. $50,000 for a car, cash. X amount of dollars for a car, cash. Go buy me, fucking $30,000 watch, pay cash for it. You see what I'm saying? I used to just pay everything in cash back then. And I'm thinking like, well, shit, I got a dumb street mentality, not financially literate. And I'm like, well, shit, I'm just, when I get my bread up, my business start going good, I'm going to just buy everything. I don't need no fuck credit. But that was stupid because, it's dumb, really. And I'm not, I'm not a financial guru. And this is not financial advice, but it's kind of dumb to buy a car that you not going to keep longer than 8 years, 9 years. And I don't like to keep cars that long. So you're just dumb to buy a car. But you need credit. When you want to move into an apartment, you need credit. They check your credit. Your credit determines your down payment, or if you get accepted. When you car insurance, they check your credit. A lot of jobs now check your credit. You see what I'm saying? A lot of y'all in shitty positions because your credit bad. And I'm not saying use credit for consumer debt, but you need credit everywhere you turn, unless you got a boatload of fucking cash, and that's dumb. You need credit. I don't care who you is. You need it to buy a house, to get an apartment, get a car, insurance, a lot of real good jobs, reputable jobs. You need good credit. Make sure you keep your credit profile good. You can do that, you'll be in the game. Maybe one day, maybe in a group coaching call, or we'll do a little workshop on getting your credit together and shit like that. I'm not gonna do it here. But make sure your credit is good. If you got bad credit now, you got no credit now, clean your face. Start cleaning your face. If you got to drive Uber to clear your get your shit out of collections and all that shit, clean your face with these credit card companies and start to build your shit. And a lot of magic will start happening for you. But that's the first one, having your face clean. I know I went on longer than I was supposed to. With that one, but that's the first one. Keep your face clean. The next one is to be a winner. You got to have this. You got to have persistence, and you got to have consistency. Consistency is just doing the same thing. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to put out a video every single day. I'm going to get up and do push-ups every single day. You have to be consistent in what you're doing. Persistence is like consistency, but in the face of adversity. So when something happens, you still going to do it. You're going to push through the hardships. That's persistence. And you need both to win at whatever you're going to do, because shit get hard. And if you're not consistent, nobody going to trust you. Unless I'm sick, and it's the first time I've been sick with the flu, unless I'm sick, y'all get videos on social media every day. You get a live stream every week, and I upload it to Buzzsprout every week. Now, if I go on vacation or I go out of town, I can't do a podcast. But if I'm at home here, I can go to my studio. You get a podcast every week, at least every 2 weeks. I try to be as consistent as possible, especially with the podcast. It's a little bit more work involved in that. But as far as content, you get that every day. You get that consistently. Everybody tell me, man, when I open Instagram, you the first person I see. The algorithm reward me. Now I just caught the flu, right? And I've built my business at a content machine. I may teach you motherfuckers how to do that shit one day, but I built my business to the point to where I could chill. I could literally like take a month off, and I still have 2-3 videos coming out every single day. You know, and I ain't even doing it. My editor doing that shit every single day. So when I had the flu, I was straight. But it was a couple days in particular, I was so fatigued and brain fog that I couldn't even think straight. And he was like, yo, I need you to sign off on, make sure everything's straight. And I didn't have the energy, the mental capacity, or the strength to even get it. I'll pick up my phone and look at it. So it was 2 days. It was a Thursday and a Friday where it was no content. This was maybe 2 weeks ago. Thursday and Friday, there was no content on YouTube, nowhere. There was no content. So I went Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, no content. The algorithm punished me for that. It punished me for that, for not being consistent. Then I started getting people commenting like, damn, bro, you all right? Where you at? People waiting on you. People expect that. So you got to be consistent. When you are consistent, people trust you. You understand? People trust you. You build authority. You build legitimacy. And you need this to win. You need this to get clients. You need this with a woman. You need this with your family. You have to continuously show up and provide value on a consistent basis. And you have to just keep doing it. Even if you may not get the results you want right away, just keep doing it. Right? Persistence. When something come up, push through it. You got a headache, push through it. My stomach hurt right now. I got to push through it. You see what I'm saying? Now, if I'm too sick, I got bags in my eyes, my voice gone and shit. I don't want to put myself out there like that. You know? I don't like to put myself out there like that. But if I can, I'm going to push through. You know, something fucking, happened. And say something happened to my car, I'm still going to push through. I still got to make a way. I still got to go pick my kids up. You just have to persist through the hardships. Because on this journey, hardships are going to come. And if you let it beat you, then you ain't going to never win. You're going to lose. You understand? The persistency and the consistency was the main reason. And again, I don't like to say failing because everything happens for my greater good, but this was the main reason why I struggled in my whole life, being persistent and being consistent. Guys, I've tried so much shit. And one day, my kid's mom was like, she was like, man, you don't ever stick to nothing. Like, you'll try some shit, and you just go through these phases and shit. You just go through these phases where you trying some shit and you never stick to it. She was like, find something and just stick to it and don't let the hardships make you want to quit doing it and shit. Because I would quit everything. But something go wrong or something, or I ain't having it my way, I would quit that shit. Like, fuck that shit. I looked at it like, oh, this is a sign that this is not for me. But that was me coping for failing. And not wanting to feel like I'm failing and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so I would start shit and I never finished it. I never finished it my whole life until I started doing this. This is persistence and consistency. Every day I was putting out content. Well, when I first started doing YouTube, I was doing 3 times a week, but I was doing it consistently. You see what I'm saying? And then eventually I started to get viewers and I started to get people. Now they coming back now because they know I'm going to be here on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I went to Instagram daily, started getting followers, went to TikTok consistently. Boom. After 2-3 years, went to the moon. But what I'm doing now was the first, I haven't never stuck with anything this long. I never even had a job longer than 7 months. To keep it real, I never had a job, like a legit job longer than 7 months. And facts, and I'm almost 40. Never had a job longer than 7 months. I just never stuck to anything. If I got a job on something, I quit. Like, man, fuck this shit. I'm straight on this shit. But me and my kid's mom was having a conversation one day, and she was like, "Bro, you need to find you something, man, and just stick with that shit. Just stick with it. It ain't gonna hurt you to persist through the hardship and be consistent." And it was crazy because a female had to tell me that. I never really, nobody really never really even taught me that. Like, I never realized that about me. But that was why. So I done been to Job Corps, right? Went to Job Corps, got a trade, I was certified in culinary arts. They was gonna give me a full ride to Johnson & Wales. I was like, fuck this shit. I just quit. I finished the Job Corps program. I got the money from finishing and all that shit. But I got the culinary arts shit, and I ain't never do nothing with it. Never did anything with it. They was gonna give me a full scholarship to Johnson & Wales, and that, if you don't know, that's like a famous, like a prestigious culinary arts university, and they was gonna send me to Rhode Island. Like, fuck that shit. Quit that shit. Had a hair business. When I got out of the streets, got a hair business. I sold it because it wasn't making the type of money that I expected. I did it for maybe a year or so. Maybe a year and a half. It wasn't doing what I expected it to do. And so, I was looking at everybody else, seeing what everybody else in the business was doing, and I didn't really know how to keep up. I wasn't, it was paying the bills, but it just wasn't like, it wasn't what I was. So I was like, I just sold that shit. Quit it. You understand? Try to do real estate. Caught a little something, then boom, took a hit. Shit didn't work out. Quit that shit. You see what I'm saying? Got in the real estate game. Didn't work out. I hit a brick wall. I ain't persist through it. I quit it. So I'm just wasting time, basically. Now I'm learning along the way. Tried an online toy store. Quit that shit. I built the online sneaker store, right? Not a sneaker store, but like a sneaker marketplace. I tried to do I started a business where like people could like sell shoes to other people, like sneakers to like an eBay for sneakers and shit. So I tried to do that. Built it up and all type of shit. Quit that shit. Wasn't working out how I wanted to work out. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to home inspection school. Went to the home inspection school. Quit that shit. You see what I'm saying? Went to school for programming, learning how to program. I know I do like website shit, but I was trying to learn like Python and all that shit. Quit that shit. When I decided to do this, I was at a point in my life where I was like, man, I'm fucking tired of losing. I was 33 years old. I think I was 33 when I just decided to do this. I was 33 years old, bro. And I'm like, man, I just don't fucking. And this was after my kid's mom had talked. We had a talk. She had said that. She had said it probably a couple months before, but it was like ringing in my ear and shit. So I'm sitting there like on my nuts, just like fucked up. I don't know what I'm about to do with my life. I'm 33 years old, bro. 33. So I'm like, man, what the fuck, bro? Definitely the streets is out. I'm not going back to no motherfucking streets. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm like, man, I'm finna fucking flip a coin, right? I was like, I'm gonna flip a coin. And I'm gonna tell this story another time, but I'm gonna just give you the little piece of it. I'm like, I'm finna flip a coin. I'm finna fucking, if they land on heads, I'm gonna be a truck driver. If it land on tails, I'm gonna just go get my real estate license. And I flipped the coin. It landed on trucking school, which I had tried when I first got out of prison. Quit that shit. But I was like, I'm gonna just get in the trucking. I'm gonna just get in the trucking game. And then something just hit me. I had a talk with my auntie. I'll talk about that another time. I had a talk with my auntie. My auntie real spiritual. And I'm like, man, I feel like a loser. I'm like, I wasted my time in the streets and chasing women, and I don't got nothing to show for it. Everything I ever amassed in the streets, I don't have no more. Like, I don't have shit. I'm like, I don't have no skills. Like, I'm just like nothing. She started, talking to me with the scriptures, and she was basically telling me, everything happened for your greater good and all that. And I'm like, man, I'm 33. I just feel like a loser. And she was like, Jesus started at 33. She believed in Jesus. She was like, Jesus was 33. So that stuck with me. I'm like, yeah, you're right. She was like, just follow your heart. And I started doing this. And I was like, when I made the decision, because I was gonna do the truck school, the quarter landed on landed on truck school. But I talked to my auntie. She came by, and my auntie, she just sometimes, man, when I really be like going through it, like my auntie be just popping up out of fucking nowhere, just like pop out of nowhere. But my auntie's like religious. Like, you go to my auntie house on the weekend as kids, your ass going to church, Bible study, all that shit. She like that. Still is, not to this day. But just like randomly at times, like just random. And it's not like, I'm close with my aunts, my mom's sister. I'm close, but we don't see each other all the time. And she just like will pop up to my house by herself like every few years and shit. So she just pop up at my fucking house just randomly. And we just start talking, and she gave me the speech, and she was like, Jesus started when he was 33 and shit. So, you ain't never too late. She was like, follow your heart. So I was like, man, I'm about to do this. So I started doing this shit, and I never stopped, and I'm still here. And I said, I made a decision because the shit that my kid's mom was telling me was ringing. And I was, I'm reading this shit, trying to be successful. I was reading Think and Grow Rich at the time. That book changed my life, by the way. About being persistent and persistent through and purpose and all that shit. And I got my aunt telling me, so I'm like, I'm finna do this. I started doing this, and I haven't stopped since. And I made the decision that I'm going to be all in. I'm going all in, and I'm going to get this shit. I'm going to ride this shit till the wheels fall off. I don't give a fuck if I don't make no money. And I had a business that I was doing. I had a business that I was doing to pay my bills and shit. But it was just paying the bills. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that in daytime, do Uber Eats or do DoorDash when I need to, or whatever the case may be, if I need the extra money. But I'm finna be doing this shit. I'm finna be making videos. I'm finna build this shit. And I did. And I finally got it to the point to where I don't have to do none of that shit no more. And your boy doing all right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's what persistence and consistency will do. It wasn't easy. This shit is not easy. This shit is not easy, bro. But I was consistent, and I was persistent, and it paid off times 10. And I followed my heart. So persistence and consistency is the mother effing key. I stayed down through the bullshit, all type of shit. But I persisted. Hate can cancel. I got canceled one time, bro. The mob came for me. The blue hair mob, they came for me one time, bro. I had to shut everything down. Persist through that shit. My TikTok, that's my most popular page. My TikTok got banned before. Like, they banned my shit. I logged in, my shit was banned, bro. Persist through that shit. Shit happen here. You got to persist through. Shit happen here. Shit fuck up. One day, not too long ago, the person who do my marketing, that's in charge of my marketing, she run my ad account. Her page got hacked. They ran her Facebook ad account got hacked. Her Facebook page got hacked. And her page, she's admin on my Facebook ad account. Her shit got hacked. They ran up damn near $50,000 on my fucking on my thing. I end up getting my shit back. They hit my car. They cleaned my probably like, they tried to do 50. I think they got a dub off my car, off my what's the name? Cause they did like a $10,000 budget a day, and they hit me twice. I ended up getting the money back or whatever. But my ad account was out for like 2 months, so I couldn't really make no money. Cause I make my money, I make a lot of my money from ads. I have other ways too, but that's a large portion of my income, and that shit stopped. You see what I'm saying? It's just shit like that you have to persist through. Waking up not feeling good. You persist through it. Get up and do it anyway. Shit not going your way. You persist through it. It have been times It have been times, man, where I record a whole podcast, an hour, spitting straight, hour and a half, 2 hours, and look up and that motherfucker, I ain't even hit the record button. But then I got this, the podcast got to be out in the morning, and I got to do that shit again. I did at one time. Shout out to my guy Afi. We did a podcast together one time, and the volume was way too loud, and it was unfixable. He was fucking mad as fuck at me. Got to do it again. Got to persist through it. Reading nasty comments. Got to persist through it. Going viral. People think going viral is like cool and shit because you get, bro, that shit done. It's cool, but that shit overrated. Because you're not going viral because people love you. You know, half the people love you, but you get a lot of bullshit from that. You get a lot of bullshit from that because half the people hate you. And they coming at your throat, and they can find your mama job. They calling your mama. You got to persist through all that shit. You know, it's always bumps in the road on this shit. But I persisted through it. You know, doing a live stream, you know, first doing live streams, that shit got one person on it, but you got to keep spitting. You got to keep going. It's one person on it. And then that person click off and now it's 0 people. You live. You got to keep going and keep spitting just like I'm doing. And you know it's fire. You like, God damn, you got to persist through them feelings of, damn, is this shit going to work? Is people even feeling me? You know? And I wasn't even making myself presentable back then. Like I would be, because this was, when I first started, it wasn't the pandemic yet. But the pandemic had hit, and you know where I was at, it was no barbershops and none of that shit. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm finna lock in. And they just gonna have to take scruffy face, scruffy, all that shit. I wasn't even presentable, but I was still going, persistent through it. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is before, you know, I started getting traction, I do a video, you know it's fire, it get 2 views, and them 2 views is me. You got to persist through that feeling of feeling like a failure, feeling like nobody fuck with you, feeling like, damn, is this shit going to work? You have to persist through that. And you got to stay consistent, and it's going to pop. I'm telling you, you know, because I'm the authority in this space now. I may not be the most popular, but everybody know who's the influencer in this shit. When I came in this shit, man, y'all damn near hated women. I brought this player shit to this shit, man. I brought the real game. Y'all was playing ego games when I came. You feel what I'm saying? So we here now. You here now, trailblazer. But yeah, that's persistency. That's being persistent and being consistent. And you need that to be a winner. Now, the next thing you need to a part of your game in order to be a win is you have to get comfortable failing. It is the price of success. It's called paying your fucking dues. Meaning you're going to work and you're going to feel like you failing every day because it ain't going to be popping yet. But you building. That is the price of success. That's what it costs to be successful. They call it paying your dues. And you have to pay your dues to the game. If you want to get something out of the game, you got to put into the game, my brother. Whatever game that is, if it's a street game, the basketball game, the pimp game, the player game, the dating game, the video game, if you want to get results, you have to put into the motherfucker. It is the cost. And in most cases, you're going to put in way more before you get anything back. The game going to test you. God gonna test you. Nature gonna test you. The game gonna test you. Very rarely do you see an overnight success. Sometimes you see people, they first video, they go viral and they own. That don't really happen. That's a lightning in a bottle. Don't look forward to that because it don't work like that. It does not work like that. You have to persist and persist through. Again, you got some time like Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit and blew up fast for a podcast. But they caught lightning in a bottle. They had a very unique idea with a very unique style, and nobody had ever seen nothing like that before. And I'm not going to say that they blew up overnight, but you don't typically blow up there. It don't really work like that. But they was the first to the market with that type of shit. You see what I'm saying? So y'all with them Fresh and Fit dreams, that shit ain't easy. It's not. It don't really work like that. And even then, them boys go through hell, but they consistent and they persist through their hardships. You know, so shout out to them. And for those that don't know, I was recently on there, so go check out my episode with them. Just type in Fresh and Fit King Dre, and it'll come back up. It'll come right up. So But yeah, it's the getting comfortable failing, man. That's just the feeling like a failure. And when I say failing, it's like you putting in but not getting anything back. You feel like you're not failing. But that's the cost of success. You got to give to the game in order to get anything back from the game. Remember that. If you're dating, you have to give to the game to get out of the game. To get anything out of the game. With women, you have to give to women to get anything out of women. I didn't say give them your money. But you have to give to get. So remember that. You know, get comfortable failing, paying your dues. I failed a lot. I just named y'all all the shit that I tried. And at the time, I felt like I was failing. But one thing about me, I'm going to keep going. I may have switched fucking lanes. Like did the sneaker marketplace. That ain't work. I jumped and did the toy store. Or I did the toy store. That ain't work. I did that for a while. That wasn't working how I wanted to work. But I wasn't scared to fail. I'm not scared to fail. I just would feel like, oh, well, shit, this ain't for me. It ain't working. It ain't going how I wanted to go. It's fucking with my ego, or, or I'm coping or whatever the case may be, so I'm moving on. But I'm not scared to fail. I'm not scared to fail, but I had to persist through that, and I felt like a failure. The Job Corps shit, not pursuing that shit and choosing the streets over that shit with the culinary arts degree. I felt like a failure doing that, The hair business felt like a failure. The real estate felt like a huge failure. The online toy store felt like a failure. The marketplace, my sneaker marketplace, I felt like a failure. Home inspection school felt like a fucking failure. The programming school felt like a failure. You see what I'm saying? Until this popped, I felt like I was failing. But I'm not scared to fail, and you can't be scared to fail. And you have to get comfortable failing because you're not going to win all the time in the game. You ain't going to win all the time. Sometimes I do, I release my Ultimate Ladies Man launch or my fucking Seduction Mastery, and I may not make as much money as I did last time, And I don't consider that failing because I'm a person I'm gratitude based, and any dollar that I didn't have yesterday is a win for me. But if you don't meet up, like I may have a goal and say I want to hit X amount of dollars, and I don't meet that, I failed. You sure? And you got to persist through that. And some people that bothers them so much, that bothers them, and they kind of give up on a lot because they don't like the feeling of failure. They don't like feeling like a failure. I've been failing all my life, bro. You see what I'm saying? I've been failing all my life, all the way from since school. You understand what I'm saying? I've been failing all my life. I'm getting F's, and I'm very intelligent. I ain't say all my life because I got good grades all the way up until 8th grade or some shit. So, it's 8th grade I started fucking up. I was in gifted classes and advanced classes and all that shit when I was young. And facts. Once I got to 8th grade, I was like, man, fuck this shit. I had my reasons, but I've been failing since. So I'm used to that shit. When you go up and talk to a woman and it don't work, you fail. You know how many women I done fucking approached? You go out on a date and you don't hit it, you spend $100, you fail. You know how many times that happened to me? You get cheated on, you fail. You see what I'm saying? You drop something, it don't come back. If you know, you know. For my niggas in the trenches, you drop something, it don't come back, you fail. You ain't got no money, but your plug front you. You plug front you that boo-boo. That shit garbage, but you got to take it because you got to eat, and it's going slow, but you still owe them. You damn that fail, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to put that shit in the brown paper bag. You got to put that shit in the brown paper bag. You don't put the clip. You use the brown paper bag, tie it up, get it to a motherfucker, pull off real fast before they go open it. You know what I'm saying? And that's failing. I failed a lot, bro. All them businesses I tried to start, women leaving me, it's failure. You got to get comfortable failing, bro, in order to be a winner, because you're going to fail. A lot of you guys in the game, even in the dating game, a lot of you guys, man, get rejected and you just fuck, I just ain't going to date no more. You can't win like that. That dude that got all the hoes, that dude that's a player, the top 5% of dudes that you say women are chasing, they don't care about failing. Women turn them down too. They just put themselves in front of women and they don't care about failing. They don't care if they go on a date and a bitch don't give them no pussy. They don't care if they invite a woman to the house and she don't want to smash. They go, okay, on to the next. Woman leave you. A lot of these content creators are failures. They get a divorce. They swear off women. They think all women is a piece of shit like the woman that they fuck with. Failures. Everybody failures, but they don't know how to fail. You got to learn how to fail. And they just opt out of the game. Fuck it. I'm going to just be a lonely bachelor. It's better this way. I've been so peaceful and get the fuck out of here. Especially if you're running a business. There ain't nothing peaceful about running no motherfucking business. Life ain't, whether you got a woman in your life or not, man. I'm not going to say women don't add stress. But whether you got a woman in your life or not, this country is not peace. This country is not fucking peaceful. Ain't no peace. A good woman can bring you that though. But again, a lot of these guys, these content creators, they at relationships, they fail and they not comfortable with failing, and so they swear off women. I ain't scared of love. I ain't scared of getting my heart broke. I ain't scared of going to divorce court or getting put on. I ain't scared of that shit. I don't care. It's part of life, bro. It's how the game go. But that's why I'm good with women. Because I don't have that fear of failing, and I'm comfortable with it. I'm comfortable with the feeling of failure. I'm comfortable with that. I've been failing all my life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Been a failure all my goddamn life since school. You understand? Felt like a failure because I ain't had my dad in my life. So that's how I go, man. You're gonna fail a lot. You're gonna fail a lot. A lot of people, again, get discouraged after failing. They internalize it and then they give up. It's like I gave up a lot of shit that I started. But I still wasn't scared to fail though. But if someone going right into real estate, quit that shit. Now, the part about failing that it's gonna make you a real winner, it's gonna make you really successful, is turning this separates the men from the mice. This separates the pit bulls from the fucking poodles. You understand? This separates the foxes from the wolves. You understand? Is turning losses into lessons. Jay-Z said, "I will not lose, for even in defeat, there's a valuable lesson learned, so it evens it up for me." When this first came out, I was 17 years old. Used to hear it all the time. But it didn't click until I got older. I was 20-something, probably maybe in prison. I don't remember. I was listening to it. I was like, damn, that's real shit. I will not lose, for even in defeat, there's a valuable lesson learned, so it evens it up for me. This is when I said in the beginning, life happens for you, not to you. And so when you lose or when you fail, if you can see the silver lining in that and you can get the lesson, you can take the lesson to build your foundation, which makes you better. But if you stew in a loss or stew in failure, then life happens to you. It beats you up. It beats you down. You have to turn the L's, the losses, into lessons when you fail. When you understand that and when you can do that, you will get comfortable failing, because you'll know I'm just in school right now. This is just school, and I'm learning and I'm going to be better. I'm learning a lesson. When a woman walk away from me, I'm learning a lesson. It may sting, but I'm learning a lesson. I don't take it personal. I realize that there's something greater. I look at it like she wasn't the one, and maybe she was in the way of what I really need. You understand? It's a lesson in this. When something don't go right with the business, oh shit, okay, boom. It's a lesson in this. You know what I'm saying? When you can learn how to turn your losses into lessons, you'll get comfortable failing. And when you can get comfortable failing, you'll keep going. And if you keep going, you'll win. Say it again. When you turn your losses into lessons, you'll get comfortable failing. And when you get comfortable failing, you can be persistent and you can be consistent. You understand what I'm saying? It's real shit. So turn them losses into lessons, get comfortable failing. It's the cost of success. Now, the next key or gem that's going to make you a winner, and this one was hard for me. I ain't going to lie. When I was younger, I didn't have this concept. I was all about me, right? But I learned. One thing I did was I learned. The next key, man, and this is very important, guys, is to give. You got to give. You got to be a giver. All of the millionaires and gazillionaires and the billionaires and the 100,000, they are givers. They give. And I'm not saying necessarily give money, but they give. They give value, right? There's no such thing, my brother. There's no such thing, my brother, as something for nothing. You have to give. If you don't give to the game ain't going to give to you. And the game could be women. The game could be video games. The game can be the real estate game. The game could be your job. The game could be your business. If you don't give to the game ain't going to give to you. You have to give. You have to go into the game with a giver's mindset. When I go on a date, I'm not going to the date thinking about getting, can I get some coochie? How am I going to get some coochie? No, I'm finna present myself and I'm going to give value. And value may be whatever I think that woman finds valuable. If it's a fucking perfect night out on the town, if it's an escape, whatever. I've already talked to her on the phone, so I figured it out already. And I'm going to give value. And then in return, guess what I get? Coochie. You understand? Or love, right? If when you first saw me, let's say when you think about when you first saw any one of my videos, whether it's on YouTube, the podcast, social media, and you first saw me and I was like, hey, buy my course. I got a course called How to Make a Woman Fall in Love with You. Buy it. And that was the first video you saw me. I'm coming to you with my hand out. Would you still be here listening to me now? Let's say if it was the first video and then you scroll past and then the next day you see me another video with another outfit on. It's like, hey, buy my course, man. Buy my course. Would you be fucking with me right now? No. You know what I do? I give. Do you know how much time it takes to do a free podcast? This is free. Full of game that'll change your life. Give. Give, motherfucker. I don't give y'all money. I don't gotta give you money, but I give. You know how much content I put out on social media every day? For those that don't know, let's say you don't follow me on social media. Go follow me on all social media platforms at King Dreism and go watch. And watch how I dominate your timeline. If you start following me, every time you open your shit, I'm going to pop up. Give. Free game. Give. And in return, guess what happens? People give back. So now when I say, hey, come join my Players Club group, I've given so much that some people feel like, damn, let me support him. Or damn, he's giving me all this valuable information. If the free shit good that he's giving me, I wonder what the paid shit is going to be. Let me check him out. Give. Give, motherfucker. Time, money, resources, energy. You got to give to the game. What you put into the game, you get out of the game. You understand? You have to be a giver. That was hard for me to understand at first. I didn't realize that. The most successful people, they give their time, they give their energy, they give their money away, they give their fortune away. But when you are a vessel, let me get religious on you guys. And let me get spiritual. When you're doing God's work, God blesses you with the tools to do his work. So this is why people tithe. Because God going to pay them back. This is why people donate to charity. This is why people, they help. God bless them. Nature blesses them. The universe blesses them. The game blesses them. Because they are the people that's sustaining and keeping the shit moving forward. They are the people that's keeping society moving forward. I give. Sometimes I may see random shit. I donate to random shit. I always get fucking giving to people's GoFundMes. And, you know, one time we had a party. We had a party, you know, with the family, and all the fucking little boys that showed up that day came to my house, like my cousin's little kids and my nephews and shit. We took them. We got in the car. We all went to fucking Best Buy. I bought them all Xboxes. Just get, like, I don't want nothing for that. You see what I'm saying? Whenever I see, you know, the little cheerleaders, and they're like, oh, you know, let me wash your car. You know, on the side of the road, they fundraising. We can wash your cars, you know, just whatever. You don't got to wash my car. Cash out $50. You know, they be having cash out now. You know, cash out $50. Like, I give, bro. If I have an opportunity to pay somebody bills, I give. You know, help a lot of people in my family. But I learned that from my mom. And for a while, in my immediate family, as far as like my grandma, my aunts and shit, my mom was the most financially, she was in a better position than everybody financially, my mom. You know, my mom came a long way. My mom from the gutter. But, you know, when she got older, she realized that. And that was something she taught me when I got older. She didn't teach me this when I was younger. But as she grew and she realized it, she taught it to me. You know, around the same time I was talking to my aunt when I was trying to figure out and this and that, my mom taught me that. I would be talking to my mom and she taught me that. You know, my mom give a lot. Like, my mom is like the fucking savior of the family financially. Not no more, because everybody's doing okay now. But you know, back, you know, for a while, my mom was the you know, she was the go-to. My cousin them go to jail, my mom go bail them out. You know what I'm saying? But she taught me that, man. Just give more. Don't never go into, and also let me give credit to Gary Vee too, because around this time while I was trying to figure myself out, I had found Gary Vee, and he had got a book called Jab, 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 Right Hook, like give first. So all of this was, you know, had a play in me, in me realizing this. But you gotta, I forgot what I was gonna say. But anyway, you gotta give, bro. You gotta give. Like, you're not going, I remember now. Like, I would always like, how can I get something? Like, my angle was always, I'm going in to get. I gotta get me. I gotta get mine. I'm not, if it ain't, you know, if it ain't serving me, then, you know, if it ain't serving me, then I ain't gonna be here. Or if nigga ain't talk about no money, I don't want to talk to him. You know, if I can't get something out of this, why am I here? Like, I used to be like that. You know, and it didn't really serve me well. They have this saying too. This is another thing about giving, you know, and this is my philosophy behind this saying. People say, oh, well, if you're in a room with 5 broke people and shit, you in the wrong room and shit, right? Or if you in a room with people you can't learn nothing from, you in the wrong room. You need to get yourself in the millionaires, like go so shit, which is true in a sense, but I don't look at it like that. If I'm in a room and let's say if you're the smartest person in the room, you in the wrong room. That's the saying, right? I don't look at it like that. If I'm the smartest person in the room, then I'm just going to provide value to everybody, and then we're going to create us something, and boom. You know, I'm going to lead everybody to prosperity. Many hands make light work. You understand what I'm saying? You dig? That's what leaders do. You know, then when we get that shit rolling, and I'm going to go network with the other smart people. I'm going to be the dumbest person in the room, and I'm going to learn. You can do it all. You don't have to abandon people. You don't have to. Now, if people are dragging you down, I'm not saying be around people that's dragging you down and they're in the way of your success. That's not what I'm talking about. But, you know, everybody around me that's on my team, they not, I don't want to say they dumber than me or I'm not the smartest person, but I have the leadership skills, you know? So, you know, I'm not going to abandon them or abandon people that may need me or that can contribute or they may provide value, but they just may not have the vision that I have or the ambition that I have. I'm not going to abandon them. We're just going to get this bread. And I can lead the pack, and you can do what you can do and contribute. And many hands make light work. And I could still go in the other room and be the dumbest person in the room, and I can learn from all the smart people and take it back to what I built. You see what I'm saying? That's how I think. But there's this take culture, and people like this, bro. People like this never prosper. When you on some take shit, never. I don't live my life based on what I can get no more. When I compliment a person, if I fucking go talk to him, I'm not trying to get nothing. I'm trying to provide value. I'm being charming. I'm you know, and I teach you how to be charming in Attraction 101, by the way. But, you know, charming, you just give. You don't have to, again, you don't have to give money. You can be charming. You can compliment the old lady at the store. You know, when you talking to him or whatever, you can compliment the guy on his shoes. There's a woman on TikTok, and this is an example of giving, right? Again, giving is not just like tangible. You know, giving, you can give a smile. You can give a positive energy. There's this woman on TikTok, and she goes around. She goes to black men, and she just walks up to random black men, and she's like, "Hey, you know, black man, you too handsome to not be smiling." You know, and you see these dudes light up, and it make their fucking day. You know, when you go to the gas station, you know, you pumping your gas, give a chick a compliment. Not like on no sexual shit, but you know that shit may change a person's day. You know, it's certain times you may say something to somebody, something nice to somebody, and it may make their whole day. And people always remember the people who were nice to them. People never forget that. People always remember the people who were nice to them, because most people are not nice. Like, everybody goes through their life and nobody's nice to you. You see what I'm saying? So when you're nice and you can make people feel good, or you can provide them value, that's what life is about. And that's the source of true happiness. You know, purpose too, but like giving, man, is and purpose is a form of giving. Like, when you fulfilling your purpose, you're giving to society, you're giving to whatever, and you making society better. That's a form of giving. So the true key to happiness, bro, is giving. You know, the key to misery is being a taker. You know, people that take, they don't really get nowhere. You know, it's short lived. You're always in survival mode. You're always in hustle mode, and that's not a way to live. You understand? Give, my brother, give. So far we got keep your face card clean, persistence and consistency, get comfortable failing, give. We'll do two more. I'm gonna be quick. We'll do two more. There's always more. We'll do two more. I'm gonna be quick. Next, so you got to be a giver. Give. And again, this is not money. It's value. It can be time. It can be, you know, a good feeling, a good experience. Just live to give, and watch how much you get back. Watch how much you get back. You know, you plant one apple seed, you get a tree for a lifetime. That's how the game go, bro. That's how the game go, and that's real, man. When I understood that, man, that's one of the keys to winning in life. That is one of the keys to winning in life. Courage. The next, you got to have courage. You can't be scared to fail. You can't be scared to handle your business, right? You can't be scared to fail. You can't be scared what people gonna say or think about you. You can't be scared to stand alone on your hill. You can't be scared for people to think you crazy. You can't be scared for people to judge you. You think I'm scared for people to judge me, bro? I'm on this motherfucker. I got imperfections. I don't even be caring. It was a point in time where I was eating sugar. I was eating a lot of sugar, and I realized it was the sugar that was breaking my face out. Like, go look at my shit, like podcasts 10 through 30, and just look at my face. I was eating a lot of sugar, and I didn't realize that was breaking my face. I was going to dermatologists and all type of shit, but it was the sugar. I still got acne scars and shit from that shit. But I'm not. You think I'm worried or scared about what people say about me? No, it be people, man, and they have to be like so perfect before they can get up. They scared of what people. I don't give a fuck about what nobody think about me or say about me. Who cares, bro? It'll be times where it's like, you know, shit be like, I say something and people be like, man, don't put that out. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of what people gonna say. I'm not scared of the backlash. The general consensus is get your passport. Get your passport. Most guys think like that. American women ain't shit and get your passport. You think I'm scared to speak out on my opinion on that and to stand alone? If you go read every time I put out a one of those types of posts where people don't agree with, but it's on my heart to put it out, all the comments be, man, you don't know what you talk about it. You usually be saying it right, but you off the mark and, you know, this and this and that. And I'm losing respect. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. But a lot of people scared of that. A lot of people scared of that. Like, there's a lot of people scared of what people are going to think. A lot of people scared to be broke, scared to grind. You know, they scared to, going all in, then I'm going to be broke for a while. I got to strap down. I'm not going to be comfortable. A lot of people scared of not being comfortable and not knowing a paycheck is comfort. But even then, deep down, it ain't, because you don't know when they're going to flip and fire you. You know, you lose your job and you get laid off. But you got to have courage, right? You may lose relationships. Your girl may not, once you get on your shit, your girl may intimidate your girl. You know, and she may not want to, you know, she may be used to being comfortable. and being dormant. She may not want to upgrade with you. And so she starts sabotaging and you got to get rid of her. You know, a lot of people scared to do that. So they'll pursue their shit. I know somebody personally. I ain't going to say his name. I hope you listen to this. I'm disappointed in you. You know, what he really wants to do, what he really desires to do, and I know because we've had talks, he can't do. Because guess what? It makes his wife uncomfortable. And not because he like gonna cheat or some shit like that. But, you know, I'm not gonna get too much into it, but his wife always finds a problem. And so he just gives up on himself and he's going to live a mediocre life. Miserable. You know? You're scared to lose relationships, or you're scared to stand on your heel or your square alone. You know, but the thing about it is when you're not scared to lose your relationship and your woman see that, she going to a lot of the time stick by you when you strong and be like, hey, shut up, bitch, this is what I'm going to do. And you're going to fuck with me or you not. You know? So, right? You need the courage to fight through those fears, you know, of failing, or what if I lose all my money, or what if I don't get my money back? What if I lose my investment? What if this shit don't work and my wife going to start? You need courage. To be a winner takes bravery. To start a business takes bravery. To go talk to a woman takes bravery. To sit in front of a woman and say, hey, let's go back to my place. And it takes courage. You know, start a business takes courage. To go sit in front of a job application person and not be scared and not be socially awkward, that takes courage. You know, to speak up for a raise, it takes courage. You know, to hold firm in negotiation with money involved takes courage. In order to win, you need courage. If you a coward, you know, nothing comes to a coward. You know, if you're a coward, you scary, you know, you live for other people, you live in the prisons of other people, life ain't gonna work for you. It ain't gonna work. Life gonna happen to you and not for you. You understand? So you need courage. The next thing and last thing, and we're going to get up out of here, is resilience. And that is the capacity to withstand or recover quickly from difficulties, AKA toughness. You need to be resilient. When shit happens, you need to pivot fast. You need to stick it through fast. You need to figure out something else fast. You cannot let difficulty stop you, because they going to happen. Obstacles are going to come. Trust me. You know, sometimes shit may happen where, you know, the file don't save right. So you got to download another program real quick. It's like fucking 3 hours for the podcast get out. You got to download a program, reformat it. The last episode that happened to me, my software didn't save it correctly. And so the editing software that we use, we couldn't use it. And so we had to find a what do you call it, a converter. We had to find something and convert it to pay for it, and then hope it wasn't no virus to convert the podcast and to put it up. Shit like that happened. Most people just miss the week and be like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it next week until I figure it out. I was like, nah, fuck that. We got to figure this out. You see what I'm saying? You got to be able to learn how to pivot, you know. And you got to be able to learn how to withstand. This shit happened with my with my ad account. I had to figure that out. I had to be able to withstand that and to recover from that. Whenever I just took a hit, the algorithm and shit, I start posting videos, you don't get that many views. The algorithm stop. You go missing 5 days, the algorithm gonna punish you. So I gotta withstand that. You know, your page get deleted. I gotta withstand that. You know, pages getting shut down and all type of shit. All type of shit happening in this shit, like real shit. You know, and you got to be able to bounce back. You got to be able to bounce back and roll with the punches, right? When shit jam up, you got to be resourceful. Resourceful is just, you know, being able to figure shit out quickly. You know, you got to be able to bounce back. Resilience, you need that, bro, because tough times going to come. And bullshit is going to happen in this game all the time. In your relationship, bro, your girl going to test you. She gonna make you feel something, and you got to be able to withstand that. You gonna feel crazy. You know, she may leave you. You got to be able to withstand that. You may get hit with a lawsuit. I'm going through some legal shit right now. To be honest, as far as with the not no criminal shit, but with the, I don't want to say too much, man. How can I say this? There's a legal issue as far as the business go with a celebrity. I just say that. And I gotta put a lot of money into that shit. You know, I just say that. Like it's a legal issue with a as far as this business, what I do now in a celebrity. And are we in litigation against each other right now? You know what I'm saying? So I just say that much. I can't talk too much about it, but shit, I gotta come up with the bread to pay for fucking lawyers. This nigga got money. They money long. I don't want to say it's a, you know. So, you know, but you got to be able to bounce back from that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's resilience, man. And if you let the tough times and the obstacles fuck you over, then you ain't gonna never win, brother. You know, but anyway, man, that's the game, man. That's how to be a winner. I hope you young cats are listening to that. I hope you old cats that, you know, that didn't have your daddy, that's trying to figure it out. I hope you listen to this and I hope you apply this. This is what helped me. I wish somebody would have taught me this when I was 18, you know, or when I was 15. I wish I would have knew this. I probably wouldn't have listened with my dumb ass. You know, I think I know everything back then. I think I'm the, you know, the man and shit. I probably wouldn't even listen, to be honest. But at least I still wish somebody would have taught me this shit. But that's how to be a winner. Adopt this to your game, and I guarantee you start seeing success. Anyway, guys, that's been that. I'm your gracious game advisor. Yours truly, King Dre. Follow me on all social media platforms at kingdreism.com. Go to the Players Club at theplayersclub.vip. Go to the Players Club at theplayersclub.vip to join my private exclusive men's community. Book me for a one-on-one session at kingdreism.com and come to my free class that's going to change your life. It's going to be packed full of game. Go to loverespecthonor.com. It's coming up this Wednesday, loverespecthonor.com, or click the link that's in the description, the bio, the chat, wherever you see this at, click that link, and I got you. I see you there. But anyway, guys, that's been that. It's your gracious game advisor, yours truly, King Dre. I'm gone.